If you have a phone or computer, chances are you have been scammed or at least talked to a scammer in your life. Now, they may have not gotten your money, but they may have gotten your personal information. So you have to be careful of what you say over the phone or the internet and what kind of information it is you're giving out. Make sure that whoever you're talking to is actually legit. I don't want to be a fearmonger, but that's the way it's gotten to be in this world. I'm also known as Birch, and over here I do scam baiting. Most of my scammers are ridiculous Facebook scammers that are so obvious. And speaking of which, we're going to get into one right now. Before we actually get into the scammer, I am going to give you a huge trigger warning. There is racism. Not a lot, but enough to be disturbing. Well, any drop of racism is enough to be disturbing. This, I won't say the words that the scammer used. I will have the words up on the screen so that way if you're watching and you're curious, you can know what words not to use when speaking with African people. Or actually anybody that is of any color other than being white. I do get very angry about racism, so I try to keep a little calm to let this video go out there. Anyway, I'll also explain a little bit why those words are racist. Before the racist, our scammer was Johnny Depp Page. Of course, coming to me from a business chat, meaning that we cannot do any video calls or anything because they want us to do that over on a non-secure site like Signal, Telegram, and all that jazz. Hi, honey. Hey, you. Hello. How are you doing, my dear? I'm okay. How have you been? Right as rain, you? Cool, my love. And then he proceeds to send one of those ridiculous voice notes.
Honey, thanks for loving me and appreciating what I do for a living. Well, my name is John Christopher Depp. I guess you already know that I am just looking for true love, a woman that will love me for who I am, not for my money or my popularity.
Proof that they can't even use punctuation in a freaking voice note. So, how are you doing? Honey, I have something to tell you, okay? Which, of course, is in the second voice note.
Sweetheart, I need you to be careful on the kind of people you meet here. And I want you to know that you're talking to the real Johnny. And any other people you talk to claiming to be me is a scam. So be careful.
Who's Johnny? Why are you talking about scams? I asked. Because I'm scared about the imposter that are out there using me to chat, question mark, question mark. I always love it when they're not sure of themselves. They always have to ask the question. Why are you scared? I asked. Scammers are stupid fools. Yes, my love, he says. Tiny little boys who can't do anything right. I have to speak to my manager about it, okay? And this is where he is about to go racist. He agrees with me. Yes, my love, I fucking hate it. In fact, I said, scammers are all illegitimate sons of their first cousins. You know, incest. And there is his racist slur. I can't express to you just how bad it is to use any combination of these words when speaking about African people. Since at least the 18th century, white people have been using this word and other simians to refer to black people, to suggest that they are inferior, to degrade them, to say that they are just barely human. There's much more that goes in behind these racial slurs. It angers me, it makes me sad, and then it confuses me that there are so many white people out there that don't realize just how detrimental saying this to a black person is. All humans, even if they're scummy ones like the scammers, are human. Don't ever use slurs towards another human being. Degrading others degrades yourself. Anyway, I could talk a little bit more about this, but I'm not going to, because I will start ranting and raving, and, barely anybody listens to me to begin with, so I don't want to go any further. Anyway. Oh, wow. No, not racist. That's too far. Shame on you. Black is beautiful, I told him. How? How dare you be racist? That's atrocious. And his response to black is beautiful was, some are beautiful, but not all okay. I'm so sorry, my love. He was not sorry. And when I said, how dare you be racist? He's like, how? I don't get it. How he doesn't understand he was racist. He knew. Being an African himself, he knew what he said was racist. Racism is worse than scammers. Okay, he says, tell me more. You called them a black term. Have you been scammed before? Okay. So he's trying to get away from the racism that he literally said and try to, you've been scammed before. And he kept asking me if I've been scammed before. And I kept talking to him about him being racist. The way you keep talking your racist mouth about scammers, I'd say you've been scammed. Why are you saying all this? I don't get it, honey. Talk to me well, okay? The audacity for him to tell me to speak well to him when he literally just said a huge derogatory term. You are the one who's racist for no reason. How? He asks again. You don't know how you're racist? Really? Yes. Make me too understand, okay? And I bumped where he said that term. You said this vile shit. I don't repeat it because it's disgusting what you said. Okay, I'm sorry for saying that, okay? Just forgot about it, okay? No, you're not sorry. You meant it. You are the reason BIPOC are scared to exist. You and bigots like you. Ooh, he says. Why are you saying all this to me? I'm sorry, okay? Just saying you're sorry does not necessarily mean anything. I'm just going to put that out there. You think it's okay to walk around looking down on people? I just can't. I don't know why you're so rude to me. He doesn't know why I'm rude to him. The scammer who wants to steal my money and says racist things doesn't understand why I am being rude to him. You are the rude one, I said. You know well, ooh, he says with his Nigerian showing. I can see that you don't know what you're talking about, okay? You two day tear head. You nor Jussie Sabi yarn. So I said, basically, I told him he's giving me a headache and that he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just causing too much troubles. Yeah, you're talking out of your ass. That much is known to the world, I told him in response to me not knowing what I'm talking about. Okay, nah. again, his Nigerian showing. So I sent him the Nigerian flag. Moo moo, he says. Derogatory word, slang, slur, he says. Egg roll, way no, get egg na, puff puff. Show evidence, always. Okay, nah, he says again. LOL, you seriously think I believe that you are an American celebrity rather than a cafe boy you are. Talk about deluded kid. He didn't read that though, he just ghosted me, and that was the end of that. But it's this is not the first racist, I think the other one was a Johnny Depp too. I have to go back into my videos. Not the first time that I've run into some kid from Africa trying to scam and saying racist things against African people. And I can only guess it's because they think that's what we want to hear, because they believe or have been taught somehow that all white people all hate black people. So all white people all are racist and say these racist things, which is not true. That it's about as true as saying that all African Americans are gangsters. It's not true. It's not true. But because they're pretending to be a white guy, they gotta say these racist words that all white people in their brain think. Anyway, if you followed all that, thank you. And I'm sorry for the rambling. Not sorry for how I feel, but I am sorry for the rambling. Some nice calming music to help calm down from what was for me a bit of a charged conversation. Thank you so much for being here and listening to me. I hope you have learned a few things. If you still don't understand why saying things like that about or to black people is a racist slur, I highly recommend you Google it. And obviously don't take the very first thing you see. Google is a cesspool of a place too, but you will be able to find out traditionally why that word and others in conjunction are racist. Please don't ever say them. Not even in jest. You are safe, you are loved, and you are blessed. And I'll see you in the next video.